I learned something new. You don't get what you want in this life, you get what you deserve. What you want in life, you get based on the man you become, period. Most people believe that in order to be successful on YouTube and business, sales, whatever it is you want to achieve, they think it's by having the right equipment, the right timing, having the right resources. But I've come to find out that's not entirely true. In fact, I would argue that you do not get anything in this life until you become the person that deserves it. My goal is to achieve 1,000 subscribers within 90 days. And this is not for monetization purposes. This is not for any other reason other than to prove to myself that if I put it out there, I emulate and copy with my own twist and perspective, that anything is possible. And I've proven that from another business. And let me share that with you. So I started a commercial real estate brokerage in late 2023. I was in residential sales prior to that. And, I did fairly well, but nothing crazy. I mean, you could have a pulse and sell real estate, especially in Southern California, residential in 2021, 2022. Rates were extremely low. If you haven't been living under a rock, you probably have heard that the rates are higher than they have been in a long time. And so 2023, late 2023, going into 2024, I started my own company and we focused on commercial real estate. And it's even more challenging and even more difficult to get deals done because of this elevated interest rate environment we live in. So what happened? I started this company, and in 2024, we had our best year ever, even though 2024 was the worst year transaction volume across the board in the past 30 years for both residential and commercial agents. In fact, over 70% of all real estate agents sold 0 properties all of 2024, and yet we had our best year ever. And mind you, it's just me and 2 assistants. That's it. And I share that not to brag. I share that because what I did to accomplish that. I studied the best in the business. I studied how they spoke. I studied what they did, and I emulated everything to identify and become that person. I emulated that person to the point where I almost brainwashed myself as a top producer, and I produced that result. Maybe there's some science that proves your thoughts and feelings obviously could potentially change your material reality. However, that's not the point of this video. The point of the video is this: you get what you deserve based on the man you become. So the point of this channel is not to just build a following and a channel for just the fun of it. The point of it is to build a mission to help men become more capable, resilient, and elevate their performance in life by becoming the man that's worthy of whatever they're looking to achieve. And I'm telling you, I'm living proof of that. I'm currently staying in an Airbnb with my family because our primary home is under construction, being built from basically the ground up. It's turned into a new build. And again, this is not to show off. This is to tell you that if I can do it, anybody can. I grew up in a fatherless home, lived in Louisiana, from trailer park to trailer park, house to house, school to school, with an alcoholic mother, drug addict, Jerry Springer shit show. Didn't meet my father until I was 12 and a half, almost 13 years old. Worked at a recycling center when I was in high school. Was in the military active duty for 3.5 years, airborne infantry. Tore my right bicep jumping out of a plane. Got my bachelor's degree from the GI Bill. Got my master's degree that I paid for out of pocket. Got my real estate license. Started my own real estate company. Failed at wholesaling real estate. Failed in the Deputy U.S. Marshal Academy. Went to the academy just after COVID-19, resigned while my wife was about to give birth to our firstborn while I'm at an academy in Glencoe, Georgia, across the United States when I was about 30 years old. So that's technically a failure. But I say all this to say, dude, I have failed so many things. And I didn't even mention when I was in the military, I failed RAS, Ranger Assessment Selection Program, to become an airborne ranger. Failed that twice. Basically got booted out the second time. Anyways, the point is, if I can do this, you guys can too. If I can do this, If I can do the things I've done and be where I'm at now, making multiple six figures, that is the most challenging time to be in my industry. We all can truly achieve anything if you become the man you need to be. If you emulate that person, you identify with that person, you start to think differently, you start to have different habits, you start to do things differently, you show up differently when you do the actionable steps that lead you to the results. Having the right strategy is important, but until you become that person that executes those strategies differently, you show up differently, nothing's going to change. Guys, it all comes down to the man you need to become, period. So the challenge to us is pick something right now, put a deadline on it, immerse yourself, emulate the person that you need to become to achieve that specific result. Everything is going to change. Everything will fall into place, and I promise you guys, it'll all be worth it. Guys, I hope this helps one of you. I hope this resonates and hits home with some of you out there. Let's build a community. Let's grow together. None of that BS, fake facade, alpha male nonsense. We are truly worthy men. That's what we're striving to be. We train, we learn to protect, we learn to provide, we learn to lead, and we do all of this to become worthy of the goals that we want to accomplish. You do not have to wait to feel ready. Decide now. Decide now who you want to be, why you want to be that person, and I'm telling you, your life will change. Final tip. Find someone who's doing exactly what you want to do, exactly what you want to accomplish, and emulate exactly what they're doing. Success leaves clues. I'm sure you guys have heard of that. A shortcut is find someone who's doing what you want to do at a high level and copy and emulate exactly what they're doing. How they think, how they speak, the way they look at the world, their habits, everything, and copy it to a T. And I promise you, within time, a very short period of time, your life will begin to change. So if this hits home for anyone, subscribe. This channel is all about building a community of men who want more, who want to accomplish more. We're not settling anymore. You want to join me on my journey, all the things I'm doing that has really truly changed my life, and the things that I'm still working on today to continue striving and becoming more as a man, to become worthy of those goals that we all have. We all have those. This isn't for the man who's just going to become the status quo and sit on the couch, watch TV after they've gone to work, eat a bag of potato chips, and go to sleep and they're content. This isn't for you. This is for the guys that want to do more. This is for the men who are looking to be more and do more and give more and serve more, because we only have this one life. So guys, if this hits home for any of you, subscribe. So let's become more. One decision, one rep, one video at a time. 90 days, 1,000 subscribers. Let's go. More to come. Let's get to work.